Hello, 6th standard Cbse children. Have a good day. Have a nice day. I hope you are doing well. Today we are going to do video number 10, chapter 2, Components of Food. As we have done yesterday, as video number 9, Introduction and Contents of Components of Food. Today we are continuing video number 10. Chapter 2, Components of Food. This components of food, we have learnt it as carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins and minerals. Along with that, we need dietary fibers and water. What are the components of food we know as carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins and minerals. Along with that or other than that as roughage, what we call dietary fiber and water. So now we'll continue what you have learned yesterday with the whiteboard description. I would like to share with you this picture presentation. So then we'll continue chapter 2, video number 10. We say food is the basic necessity of life. Food is the basic necessity of life. Food is defined as any substance of either plant or animal origin that we learn in as sources of plants and or animal. So that is given as food is defined as any substance of either plant or animal origin consumed to provide nutritional support for an organism. Here organism referring to animals including human beings. It contains essential nutrients that provide energy, helps in normal growth and development, repair the worn out tissues and protect the body from diseases. I repeat, food contains essential nutrients that provide energy, helps in normal growth and development, repair the worn out tissues and protect the body from diseases. That is food. And the first chapter we have learnt now. Food as the where does it come from as plant and animal sources. I hope you remember that. So the first picture, it is a bowl of rice. What are the ingredients we know? Bowl of rice will have, it is a boiled rice. So it will have rice and water. The next picture in the banana leaf, what are all provided? It is 2 idlis with the chutney and sambar. So now you can recollect the ingredients. Ennalam solluva? Idli maavukku maavuna batter. Okay. And the idli the batter solluvoம்ல அதுக்கு வந்து rice and moong dal. Moong dal na uluttam paruppu. Rice and moong dal. Then sambar, there are many ingredients as masala, chili powder, and then tamarind, and the ingredients you have to write. Same way for chutney, coconut, water, and chili, green chili we use. In that way, the first lesson what we have learned, food, where does it come from? The ingredients you should know to tabulate, and mainly you should sort it out as plant and animal sources. இதில் வந்து animal source இல்லை, இதில் உள்ளது எல்லாமே plant sources. But நம்ம வந்து தாளிக்கிறதுக்கு போடுவோம்ல, அதுவும் ஆயிலும் plant sources. I hope you understand. So this is food is the basic necessity of life. Food is defined as any substance of either plant or animal origin consumed to provide nutritional support for an organism. It contains essential nutrients that provide energy, helps in normal growth and development, repair the worn of tissues, and protect the body from diseases. I hope you understand. The next one, it is nutrients. What we have learned yesterday, that nutrients are classified into following group as carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins and minerals. What are nutrients? The energy or the food items, the ingredients which are required for our living being, they are called nutrients. One nimishan. What are nutrients for it? The ingredients which contain some components that are needed by our body. Some components in the carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins and minerals. Okay. So the food ingredients contain some components that are needed by our body. These components are called nutrients. I hope you understand. And these nutrients, in the picture only vegetables and these vegetables, they are rich in proteins, vitamins and minerals. I repeat, this picture, it contains all of them are vegetables, and these vegetables, they are mainly with the protein and minerals, and some of them they have other food content. Enala, carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins and minerals. I hope you understand. The next one, components of food. The main components of food are, repeat it, carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins and minerals. These are called nutrients. What are they called? They are called nutrients. Are you clear? The first one, carbohydrate, all the food item. What you could identify easily, potato, red chili, and then the almond, avocado fruit, and rice and wheat. They are all carbohydrate content. Then food high in proteins. So the picture clear and a name irukku paru. Meat and fish, cheese, egg, beans, nuts and seeds, and humus fungus, humus bread. These are all protein content. Whereas fat, they are avocado fruit and avocado fruit, again nuts and seeds, chocolate, butter, cheese, paneer and some fatty meat and fish. These are all food high in fat. I hope you follow. Then vitamins and minerals. Vitamins and minerals, all the fruits and vegetables. So this is just a gist for otherwise we say facts in a nutshell to understand the components of food. Okay, the next one, major food components, otherwise major nutrients of food. This only one point, nutrients and its component, different ways of explanation. These three presentation, it has different ways of explanation. So first we say carbohydrate, fat, protein, water and minerals, vitamins, roughage na dietary fibers and vitamins. This way also you can represent the major nutrients of food or major components of food. I hope you understand. Again, this is another way of representing components of food. carbohydrate with the example protein, fish, fat, it is oil, then vitamin, mineral, vitamin on the banana and citrus, mineral வந்து sodium, potassium and then water. These are the content of nutrients. Otherwise we say components of food. I hope you understand. So this is an introduction. The next one, carbohydrate. I showed you this picture in previous video session. Just follow sweet potato, sugarcane, papaya, watermelon, mango, maize, bajra, rice and wheat. I go in clockwise. So now carbohydrates are organic compounds composed of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Carbohydrates are organic compounds composed of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. What are the content? Carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Then carbohydrate is an essential nutrient which provides the chief source of energy to the body. Carbohydrates is an essential nutrient which provides the chief source of energy to the body. We are talking about carbohydrate. And examples are the content. Carbohydrate exists in different forms. Simplest one, glucose, sucrose, lactose, starch, cellulose are examples for carbohydrate. I repeat, glucose, sucrose, lactose, starch, cellulose are examples of carbohydrate. Are it clear? And these carbohydrates, they are further classified into monosaccharide, glucose, disaccharide, sucrose, polysaccharide, cellulose. இதெல்லாம் நம்ம bookல இல்லை, you have to learn. சரியா? கொஞ்சம் video pause பண்ணி you can do it. So I repeat, carbohydrate classified into monosaccharide, example glucose, disaccharide, example sucrose, and polysaccharide, example cellulose. This is for carbohydrate. சிலது வந்து நம்ம bookல இல்லை. சரியா? So you have to learn from this. And these carbohydrates, they are called energy giving food. Carbohydrates are called energy giving food. What are the contents we say? They are composed of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Right? And it is the chief source of energy to the body. Normally when we eat, we take rice. Yeah? And this rice, it contains more amount of carbohydrate. It gives energy. But normally when these carbohydrates are taken in large quantity, it has to be utilized. So we say it has to be burnt into calories. I hope you're listening. You are listening. So what are the classification of carbohydrate? They are monosaccharide, example glucose, disaccharide, example sucrose, and polysaccharide, example cellulose. Are it clear? The next one, it is a test for starch. I said no, yesterday we were learning test for starch. It is starch iodine test. Test for starch, starch iodine test. You have to say aim to test the presence of carbohydrate, protein and fat in the given food samples A, B and C. And we are learning components of food as carbohydrate, protein and fat. Yeah. So you have to identify. So to test the presence of carbohydrate, protein and fat in a given food sample A, B and C. ஆனால் நம்ம வந்து இப்போ ஒன்னொன்னா தான் பண்ண போறோம். சரியா? So first we are going to do starch iodine test. But still to do other two tests for protein and fat, we are adding the materials required. Materials needed: test tube, test tube stand, iodine solution, sodium hydroxide, NaOH na sodium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, water and food samples. சரியா? sodium hydroxide, water and food samples. I hope you understand. So here the method we are doing test for starch. Here in the blackboard ஒரு தெரியலை test நேத்துக்கு protein test பத்தி இதுல இருக்கு. சரியா? So test for starch. First you take a food sample in the test tube and a few drops of iodine solution to the sample. Take a food sample in a test tube, add few drops of iodine solution to the sample. If the solution turns blue-black, then it shows the presence of starch. So here the picture that we are giving, the two boys and girl, they are Bujo and Peli. And they are testing for starch. And the starch material they have taken is potato. Potato contains full of starch. So they have taken potato where they have added iodine solution. So when it turns blue-black, it shows the presence of starch. Instead of potato, you can take rice also. Yesterday lesson we have learnt it as we have taken rice. But here you can take potato. Both are correct. Are you clear? So this is testing for starch. This is our book that you can identify and learn easily. I hope you understand. The next one is protein. First protein sources for it. First one yesterday again video number 9 the picture kuduthirpen. When we are learning protein, first it is as a plant sources. The bottom diagram, it is protein sources from animals. What are all they? They are gram, chana gram chilole, kondakadalai, then moongu dal, pachapairu, tur dal, thoram paruppu, and then beans theriyum, அடுத்து peas patani. இதெல்லாம் plant sources of proteins. For protein. Bottom one, it is meat, fish, milk, egg and paneer. These are the sources for protein from animals. For a second, go through the picture. This is sources of protein from plants and animals. For a second, go through Can you? Yes, sir. I hope you are listening. Am I right? 6th Cbse children, are you listening? Right. Now this proteins, they are the essential nutrients and also the building blocks of the body. Normally we say carbohydrate and fats are the energy giving food, whereas proteins are the building blocks of the body. What does it mean? When a human child grows, age ஆக உயர்றான்ல, and the body built. So it is proteins are meant for growth of the tissues. That is why it is said building blocks of the body. They are essential for growth and repair of body cells and tissues. Which one? Proteins. Okay. Proteins are essential for growth and repair of body cells and tissues. I hope you understand. Eh? Proteins are made up of amino acids. A substance, amino acids. And it is mainly as carbon, hydrogen, and nitrogen. அது வந்து ரொம்ப important. சரியா? Carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, NH4 சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா? அந்த group, amine group சொல்லுவோம். So proteins are made of amino acids. And these amino acids, they are as essential and non-essential amino acids. We say amino acids are of two types, as essential and non-essential amino acids. Okay, some of the non-essential amino acids can be synthesized by our body when the food is taken in. Protein content நம்ம சாப்பிடுறது, it can be synthesized easily. Whereas essential amino acids are those that cannot be biosynthesized by the body and must be obtained from the diet. Either essential amino acids that cannot be biosynthesized by the body and must be obtained from the diet. And there are 9 essential amino acids. There are 9 essential amino acids as phenylalanine, valine, threonine, tryptophan, methionine, leucine, isoleucine, lysine, and histidine. இது படிக்கணும், நீ கொஞ்சம் பொறுமையா ஸ்பெல்லிங்கோட படி. சரியா? ஃபினைல் அனலைன் சொல்லிண்டே வேணாம், சொல்ல நீயும் சொல்லிப்பார். ஃபினைல் அலனைன், valine, threonine, tryptophan, methionine, leucine, isoleucine, lysine, and histidine. மறுபடியும் சொல்றேன். phenyl alanine, valine, threonine. சொல்லிப்பாரு. phenyl alanine, valine, threonine. சொல்லி பார்க்கறியா? ஒரு செகண்ட் தரேன். phenyl alanine, valine, threonine. Next set tryptophan, methionine, leucine. சொல்லி பாரு. Repeat. Tryptophan, methionine, leucine. Repeat. Tryptophan, methionine, leucine. And third step, isoleucine, lysine, and histidine. Isoleucine, lysine, and histidine. Go through panipatya. So these are essential amino acids. I hope you understand. So again, essential and non-essential amino acids. Along the essential acid and non-essential can be synthesized by our body, whereas essential amino acids cannot be synthesized from our body, so it has to be obtained from the diet. I hope you understand. The next one, we have done experiment for protein, biuret test for protein. I say biuret test for protein. Aim to test the presence of protein in the food items. To test the presence of protein in the food items. Go through the diagram. To test the presence of protein in the food item. Materials, food sample, sodium hydroxide solution, copper sulfate solution, mortar and pestle, test tube, and distilled water. நான் வந்து உனக்கு 3 different waysல உனக்கு explanation வந்திருக்கு. உனக்கு எது ஈஸியோ அதை படிக்கலாம். CBSEல the only big advantage is that you need not mug up. If you have understood the lesson, you can write in your own words. I hope you understand. Yeah? So materials needed: food sample, sodium hydroxide solution, copper sulfate solution, mortar and pestle எதுக்குன்னா sometime அந்த இது வந்து சாலிடா இருந்ததுன்னா அந்த ஒரு கப்பு மாதிரி இருக்கும், அதில் போட்டு அரைக்கணும். அந்த குட்டி அம்மிக்கல் சொல்லுவாங்க, அந்த கடையில் கிடைக்குமே அந்த மாதிரி அரைக்கிறது மார்டர் அண்ட் பெஸ்டில். டெஸ்ட் டியூப், டிஸ்டில் வாட்டர். First, take a food sample and crush it with mortar and pestle. நம்ம என்ன food sample எடுக்கிறோமோ அது. Add distilled water to make a solution. Pour this solution into a clean test tube. Actually, நம்ம food sample நான் உனக்கு காட்டினது வந்து egg white. Hens egg இருக்குல்ல, அதில் அந்த white liquid portion, that only we have taken. Egg white. So, அந்த first step இல்லை, நம்ம புக்கில் என்னன்னாலும் நான் கொடுத்துருக்கேன். சரி, add around 10 drops of sodium hydroxide solution to the test tube and mix well by shaking. The food sample, egg white order, you have to add sodium hydroxide and mix well by shaking. Shaking na இப்படி கலக்கிறது. Then add copper sulfate solution drop by drop carefully along the sides of the test tube. I hope you follow. Huh? So, what will you observe? You can observe the appearance of purple or violet color. That is right. The development of purple or violet color shows the presence of protein in the given food sample. Continuation sentence on it. In the given food sample. I hope you understand. Yeah? So, this is a test for protein. Again, in the given picture, Bujo is doing the test for protein. Are you clear? The next one, go through. Can you? So we have done test for protein. Another one, test for carbohydrate. The next one, due to the deficiency of protein, especially the children, they are affected by two conditions. One is kwashiorkor, another one is marasmus. Especially poor children due to poverty. The slum children, the kudisaila iruppaanga, they are due to poverty. Poverty na romba pasi patniyal, due to poverty, due to poor nourishment, due to inadequate food component. Children are suffering from two different conditions. One is one is kwashiorkor, another one marasmus. So the condition of severe protein deficiency, it is called kwashiorkor. It affects children between 1 to 5 years of age whose diet mainly consists of carbohydrate but lack in protein. Protein illai, carbohydrate sufferanala in the condition. In that case, children will be suffering from a symptom on the pot belly. The top of it, pana mari, pot belly and poor growth. That's retarded growth. Symptoms. Whereas marasmus, it usually affects infants. Infants na poranda kolanda. Infants, newborn baby below the age of 1 year, and when the diet is poor in carbohydrate, fat and protein. That due to that it affects. So the children will be having pigeon chest. And the pigeon the chest the bone proper and then very thin bone. The bones have become reduced. So very thin bone. That's the symptom for marasmus. I hope you understand. So this is kwashiorkor and marasmus. The next one about the fat. Again, fat content ennalam paru. Plant source வந்து groundnut, tillna எள்ளு, till oil, coconut oil, mustard oil and nuts. அந்த மாதிரி இதெல்லாம் plant sources. Tillna எள்ளு, till, nuts, groundnut, coconut oil, mustard oil and sunflower oil. I hope you understand. So fats in the diet, it provides energy. Fats in the diet provides energy. They maintain cell structure and are involved in metabolic functions. Essential fatty acids cannot be synthesized in the body and are provided through diet. Idile appadhaan. Essential fatty acids are required in human nutrition. They are called omega fatty acids. I hope you understand. So I repeat, fats in the diet provides energy. They maintain cell structure and are involved in metabolic functions. Fatty acids cannot be synthesized in the body and are cannot be synthesized in the body and are provided through diet. Essential fatty acids are required in human or omega fatty acid. Are it clear? So just go through this: fats, animal sources and plant sources. Animal sources are butter, milk, egg, fish, meat. They are all என்ன சொல்றது, animal sources. இத லெட்டர் மாத்தி இருக்கு ஸ்பெல்லிங் கரெக்டானா இந்த ரிவர்ஸா பார்த்துருக்கு. just you follow. It's given in our textbook. The lesson, it is given in our textbook, that you can just follow. சரியா? The test for fat, to test the presence of fat in the food item, they are, what we need is food sample and sheet of paper. Now place the food sample in the folded sheets of paper. 2-3 paper ஒண்ணுக்கு மேல அடுக்கிக்கோ. அந்த food sample வந்து இப்போ say for example நம்ம வடை பண்ணிருப்போம், இல்லைன்னா ஏதாவது அப்பளம் பொரிச்சிருப்போம், அந்த மாதிரி இதை அப்படியே crush பண்ணு. Crush the food sample and let the paper dry and hold it in front of the light. இல்லை நான் சொன்னேன் தலையில எண்ணெய் தடவினா அதை ஒரு தடவை தேய்ச்சி விட்டேன்னா அந்த எண்ணெய் பேப்பர்ல இருக்கும் இல்லையா? ஸோ appearance of translucent area on the paper shows the presence of food sample. Appearance of translucent area on the paper shows the presence of fat in the food sample. Are you clear? So this is the test for fat. Go through test for fat. To test the presence of fat in the food item, food sample, sheets of paper, procedure, that method நம்ம படிக்கிறோம். Place a food sample between the folded sheets of paper. Crush the food sample. Let the paper dry. Hold it in front of the light where you can observe appearance of translucent area on the paper which shows the presence of fat in the food sample. I hope you understand. Go through it. ஒரு செகண்ட் படிச்சு பாரு. உனக்கு டைம் கொடுக்குறேன். யூ ஹாவ் டு கோ த்ரூ. நான் பட் பேசிட்டே போகக்கூடாது இல்லையா? அதுக்கோசரம். சரியா? ஸோ திஸ் ஃபுட் சாம்பிள், கோ த்ரூ திஸ். ஓகே, தென் have you understood? Then this is roughage. Roughage is also called dietary fiber. Roughage is also called dietary fibers. It is mainly provided by plant products in our body. Roughage is mainly provided by plant products in our body. For example, whole grain, pulses, fresh fruits. And it does not provide any nutrient to our body. It does not, NOT spelling patko, it does not provide any nutrient to our body, but is an essential component of our food and added to its bulk. It helps our body to get rid of undigested food. That we are making it as it prevents constipation. I hope you understand. It prevents constipation and the motion for the. So I repeat, roughage spelling for ROUGHAG. Roughage. It is a dietary fiber. I repeat, it is mainly provided by plant products in our body. For example, whole grain, pulses and fresh fruits. It does not provide any nutrient to our body, but is an essential component of our food and add to its bulk. It helps our body to get rid of undigested food. It helps our body to get rid of undigested food. I hope you are following. Are you listening? Sure. The next one is dietary sources of major foodstuff. Dietary sources of major foodstuff. என்ன சொல்றது? Carbohydrate, என்னெல்லாம் sourceனாக்க honey, sugarcane, fruits, whole grain, starchy vegetable. I repeat, honey, sugarcane, fruits, whole grain, starchy vegetable and rice. And it gives daily requirement 150 to 200 grams. And proteins are legumes. Legume and the patani, kottavaringa, avarekkai ellam sonnumla. Legumes, pulses, nuts, soya bean, green leafy vegetables, fish, poultry products. Poultry products and the hens egg la poultry products, egg, milk and dairy products. Other dairy products are cheese, paneer, butter, cream, dairy products. Okay. Fats, egg yolk, saturated oil and meat. Fat content வந்து egg yolk, saturated oil and meat. I hope you follow. Then vitamins. So far we have learnt as carbohydrate, protein and fat. And these three are as carbohydrate and fat. They are energy giving food and proteins are body building food. And they help in growth and repair of damaged tissues. Either proteins. And then we have learnt as test for starch, starch iodine test method, and test for protein, biuret test method, and another one, sorry, this one fat, we are showing it with the translucent area, appearance of translucent area. The next is vitamins and minerals. Now I am just giving you introduction. Then we will go in detail in the next video session. Video number 11. We go in detail for vitamins and minerals. Now vitamins are the vital nutrients required in minute quantities to perform specific physiological and biochemical functions. I repeat, vitamins are vital nutrients required in minute quantities to perform specific physiological and biochemical functions. This physiological functioning of our body as digestion, respiration, mainly, digestion, the food what we are eaten and the vitamins content, it will absorb. So, okay. So, I repeat, vitamins are the vital nutrients required in minute quantities to perform specific physiological and biochemical functions. And it was Dr. Funk who introduced the term vitamin. So, this vitamin, it has to be taken in very minute quantity. If it goes in excess, people will be suffering from vitaminosis. The next one, minerals. Minerals are inorganic substance required as an essential nutrient by organisms to perform various biological functions necessary for life. They are the constituents of teeth, bone, tissues, blood, muscles and nerve cells. And these minerals, they are as macro minerals required in large quantities and micro minerals required in smaller quantities. So the macro minerals are calcium, phosphorus, potassium, sodium and magnesium. I repeat, macro minerals are calcium, phosphorus, potassium, sodium and magnesium. The micro minerals are called trace elements and they are sulfur, spelling SULPHUR. In the spelling aidla na namma follow pandrathu vandu SULPHUR. Sulfur, iron, chlorine, cobalt, copper, zinc, manganese, molybdenum, iodine and selenium. These are the minerals. So now these vitamins and minerals, what are the sources, what are the function they are doing and what are the disorders if they are not in required quantities, we will continue in the next video session. Now next one is just a balanced diet. All the food items required in balanced diet. In what way we are using it? நம்ம வந்து டெய்லி ஆயில குடிக்க மாட்டோம், லேசாக தானே சேர்த்துப்போம், காயில நிறைய சாப்பிடுவோம் இல்லையா? ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி வாட் ஆர் ஆல் we are using it in proper balanced way is this figure. I hope you are following. So this is our video number 10 where we have learnt it as components of food nutrients. And nutrient as we have just learnt in detail carbohydrate, fats and protein. Vitamins and mineral we have just seen what is it, and further detail we are continuing in the next video session. I hope you follow. So this is video number 10, chapter 2, vitamins and food components of food item, right? So we'll continue in the next video session. Have a good day. Have a nice day. Thank you.